guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel, The Sugar Sean. I'm back for another video. In this video today, I'm going to be doing a review for HBO show Insecure starring Issa. It actually premiered last night on HBO, and since HBO is currently free, I thought it'd be a great time to go ahead and do this review because we can actually all watch the show. And there's some really great discussions that I want to have with you guys in the comment section, so let's jump right into it. So also really quickly, I'm not on camera for this particular review, but if I continue to do these reviews, if you guys like them and want me to continue, then I'll be on camera the next time, okay? So please forgive me for that. But let's jump right into it. So the show actually opens up with this show within a show, which, you know, Insecure has been doing since season 1. I love when they do that, when they do like remakes of shows. I think in the beginning, the very first one, it was like a remake of like Scandal. And last season, I believe it was like their little funny version of like Handmaid's Tale. But this time, it kind of looks a little bit like Dateline, where there's like a girl who's missing. The show is called Looking for Latoya, and it's got people like Portia Williams, and I saw Ray J in it as well. It's always fun to get into those kind of little background shows. So Issa's on the couch and she's telling someone on the phone that she doesn't mess with Molly anymore. And then it like cuts to 4 months earlier where Molly is coming over to visit Issa. She has a cute little workout outfit on. She's about to do some yoga. It's called their self-care Sunday. So they're both relaxing, having fun. And Issa's talking to her about where she feels that she is in her life. And Issa's like, things are going in a great direction. You know, I may not have a man or a job right now, but I'm feeling really good about where I am in my life. You know, at the end of last season, Issa was really excited about the whole block party thing and starting to talk to Condola, and they were starting to put things together. And she was really optimistic about what that could possibly be and just having a different direction that her career is heading into. And so she's really starting to feel it. Even though everything doesn't seem perfect right now, she's optimistic. And Molly's happy too. Molly feels good about her career and where she is in her personal life. And things seem to be going really well. So then we cut to a scene with Molly and Asian Bay from last season. Last time we saw him, he was rocking a very fabulous looking man bun, but right now he has cut that into a bob, and they're just being cute and flirty on a nice little date. They definitely seem a bit more familiar with each other. You know, he's asking her, if I make a strike, you know, what will you do? And she said, well, I'll give you a kiss. He proceeds to roll a gutter ball and she still gives him a kiss. So I'm like, this is flirty and cute, and I like what I see. You know, she's finally looking happy in a relationship, at least for right now. Y'all know by now that Molly has a tendency to overthink things and to self-sabotage. That's been her MO for 3-4 seasons now. So we're hoping that Molly doesn't get too much in her own head and just have fun with it. So we're also seeing a scene with Issa and Condola, and they're still working out the details of their business. I really like the rapport of Issa and Condola. It's a new friendship. It's a budding friendship, but they get along so well. They both seem like they really respect each other. I just really like seeing Black women getting along. I know that we have a tendency to be known as being catty and all of that, but I like seeing us just get along and supporting each other. Not all out here throwing drinks in people's faces and shaking the table. Sometimes we could just get along and just be supportive and just wanting another woman to win. So I like seeing that. So then there's also this scene, and it wouldn't be HBO if it wasn't over the top. So there's a scene with Issa. She is in bed with this unidentified man. He is a plus size man, I will say. And it's just uncomfortable to watch. I don't know. I don't know anything about this guy. He gets up, he puts on his shirt. He looks like he is a TSA agent. He comes bearing gifts. He's like, the perks of being with a TSA agent. He gives her like a bottle of alcohol and something else. And I don't know, Issa doesn't look impressed with him at all in any way. And I'm just like, well, who is this? So then there's a scene with Issa and Molly, and they're in this clothing store which looks kind of upscale and really nice, and Issa's picking out pieces. Issa is doing a hood trick. She is returning clothes, keeping the tags on her clothes and returning them to the store, and the cashier looks over it. She was like, ma'am, you can't just keep doing this. And Issa's like, yes, I can. So Issa's still trying to look fabulous even though she has no job and no budget. So here is when things start to get messy. So Issa goes to visit Condola at her job, and apparently Condola is co-workers with Tiffany, who is played by Amanda Seales. So, you know, Tiffany walks in and there's some beautiful flowers on the desk, and she's like, "Ooh, these are beautiful. Who are these flowers from?" And Issa's like, "Ooh, they're from her new boo." And then she's like, "No, they're from this guy that I've been seeing. You know, Tiffany, your baby actually brought me and this guy together." And Issa's like, "There weren't only a few guys at that baby shower. Like, who are we talking about?" And then Condola drops the bomb and she says, "Oh, I'm dating Lawrence." And Issa just turns around, slowly looking at Tiffany, and you can see her brain just going, running a million questions in her mind. So Tiffany finally tells Condola, actually Issa and Lawrence used to date, and Condola looks shocked, Issa looks shocked, and then Tiffany twirls her pregnant belly and walks right out like nothing happened. That is a huge, huge deal. She could have warned Issa. That's what I'm talking about. When it comes to Tiffany's character, she's never really that loyal. I mean, I don't know why they are friends with her. There's always those friends that are in your life that you're friends with who you've just been friends with for a long time. You've been friends since college or high school or something like that. But they're not really good friends now. If you met them now, you wouldn't be friends. But you only let them get away with doing these things because of your past. So Issa makes a comment like, yeah, LA is small, but, maybe you should let me know your exes so I can run up on them. And you could tell, like, Condola looked at her. Condola is not a bad person. She had no idea. Lawrence had no idea. But Tiffany was she was the common denominator. She could have said something. If you're a friend to somebody, you don't put them in situations where they could possibly look stupid or look played or just making their life awkward. I just didn't like how she did that. So later on that night, Condola actually had a date with Lawrence, and she told him that, she met Issa and she knows they have been dating, and she asked him how long. And when he tells her 5 years, her whole demeanor changed. She just looked so heartbroken. Like, this is not a fling. They were together for 5 years, and it's not even like fully healed yet. I don't know how much time was supposed to have passed since their breakup, but you could tell they still have feelings for each other. It's nowhere near over. I do appreciate that Lawrence still suggested that Condola continue to work with Issa and still help Issa, that he wasn't petty and small and was like, nah, forget her or anything like that. He knew she needed the help, and he didn't deny her that. But it's still kind of sets the scene for it to be awkward. And as much as we don't like it, we know we're here for the messiness. It wouldn't be a good show if it wasn't some kind of messiness. Molly and Andrew are heading to Issa's event, and they're in the car, they're just flirting, talking to each other like they normally do. I really do love the rapport that they have. I like Molly is really sarcastic and witty. That's why she really gets along with Issa, and he gives her that same sort of wittiness back. I really like that. I think that Molly would eat up a man who doesn't have a sense of humor or who can't just take a joke, because that's how she is. So I like their rapport. But anyway, she asked about the future, like basically, when are we going to get together next week or something? And he says that he can't. Next Friday, any day except next Friday. And she jokes with him and says, do you have a date or something? And he says yes. And she is shocked. The reason why the show is called Insecure is because that's exactly what Issa and Molly are. Her insecurities bubble to the top. She lies to him and tells him that she's also dating other people, and she proceeds to treat him differently for the rest of the night. She's more cold, a little bit more distant, kind of ditching him at the party, just being not how she was at the bowling alley, but just different the instant he said that he's seeing other people. Just a quick side note, because I am a life and dating coach. Ladies, you are as single as he is. If he's dating other people, you should be dating other people. You never just give somebody the gift of exclusivity. If they didn't ask for it, if the relationship doesn't require it, if there hasn't been a mutual conversation about it, you need to be out here dating too. It is not cheating. You are classy and all of those things. As long as you're not sleeping with everybody, there's no reason why you can't be out here dating too. You are single until you're married, okay? So Condola finally arrives at the event, and she looks fabulous. I love her little outfit. Issa's there, and it's so awkward. Everything has changed. Before, they had a very just comfortable rapport with each other. It always felt natural and organic, but now it feels kind of forced. And, Issa has all these thoughts in her mind about, thinking about the two of them together intimately, and Condola's thinking about it. And it's just really weird and awkward. And you could cut the tension with a knife. And they're both trying to, sell this event and get sponsors for it, but they don't have the chemistry that they had before, now that this whole bombshell had been dropped on the two of them about both of them having dated Lawrence. And so it's kind of weird. So Issa is clearly nervous, trying to make sure that this event is a success. She's got a lot riding on this. A lot of her time and energy for the last, I don't know, a few months or a few weeks has been devoted to making sure that this event goes well. Then Molly arrives and instantly tries to dump her issues onto Issa, and Issa doesn't dismiss it, but she doesn't give Molly, I guess, what Molly wanted. So Molly tells Issa that, Andrew is dating other people, and Issa's like, okay. because Issa's a lot more carefree when it comes to those kind of things, but Molly wanted, I guess, more of a reaction out of Issa. Issa pretty much suggests that Molly tell Andrew how she feels, if she wants more or whatever, to just be open and honest with him. And Molly is quick to cut people off and Issa's not. I think when it comes to relationships, they're just two different people and they want two different things. So when they try to give each other advice, it just doesn't work. Like, just because you're friends and you get along really well with somebody doesn't mean that person is qualified to give you advice. You might handle situations completely different. A romantic relationship is completely different from a friendship. And I think that's why they kind of butt heads when it comes to this kind of thing. So initially, Issa is floundering, trying to explain her vision and convey her vision to the different sponsors and trying to get them to understand what she's trying to do. And she's telling everybody what they want to hear, and they're being turned off by it. But eventually Issa grabs the mic and she speaks from the heart, and she does really well, ends up getting everything that she needs. The big donor in there writes her a big check and she feels really good about herself. And then Molly comes in and completely kills the entire mood. She tells Issa that Tiffany told her about Condola and Lawrence, and that she can't believe that she would still be friends with Condola and all of that after hearing all of that. And then she says, basically like, I think you like your life messy. I'm starting to think that you actually like your life being messy. I would have thought that Issa would have read her right then and there, but Issa just really sort of like, she looked at her. You can tell when somebody is done with you or that you've turned somebody off, even if they don't say anything. The look on Issa's face when Molly was saying all of that, it was definitely a pot calling the kettle black moment. Molly's life is always in shambles. She came to this event with her dating life in shambles, let her tell it. And here she is trying to tell somebody else that their life is messy because they must like it that way. Molly, you got some nerve. I used to like Molly's character, but she's really working my nerves. Girl, you are in no position to be giving dating advice when you cut people off for the smallest infractions, okay? So Molly tells Andrew that she's going to stay and help Issa clean up. And so, Andrew's like, well, okay, I'll just get a Lyft or an Uber and I'll just go ahead and head home. No kiss, no hug, no, just giving him that real stank energy. So he leaves and it's just weird. And it's just like Molly always does this. This is that self-sabotage that I talked about at the beginning of this video. Whenever things are just too good, she just has to do this. I'm having the hardest time trying to figure Molly out. And I think the best way for me to sort of describe it is I feel like Molly is one of those kind of people that feel like they could do a better job with your life than you can. I feel like Molly always gets upset or feels some kind of way when Issa doesn't take her advice. Molly thinks she gives grade A advice. And when Issa doesn't take it and Issa's life falls apart, she wants to say, I told you so. Want to see more reviews on the show? Please let me know in the comment section below. And like I said, I want to know, how do you guys feel? How do you feel? Do you think that Tiffany was wrong to not tell Issa? Or like she said, I thought it was just going to be one date. She still should have told her even if it was one date so that it wouldn't be awkward. Like the way Issa found out, she didn't have to find out like that. Tiffany had been her friend far too long to let her find out like that and to feel that awkward and to feel that out of place. I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate Molly. Just because you don't like somebody's advice doesn't mean it's bad advice. And then Molly ended up taking the advice anyway and still telling him, I'm really into you and that's why I felt some kind of way. I'm sorry for being awkward. Molly always ends up taking the advice that Issa gives, but she always acts up first, okay? Anyway, I love you guys and I'll see you all in the next video. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.